Rob Reiner's daughter Tracy speaks out after director and wife Michele Singer Reiner's tragic deaths. The sudden deaths of legendary filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife, Michele Singer Reiner, have sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond, leaving family members, friends, and fans struggling to process what authorities have described as an apparent homicide. As investigators work to uncover what happened inside the couple's Los Angeles home, those closest to the Reiners are grappling with grief that feels both unimaginable and surreal. Among those left reeling is Rob Reiner's daughter, Tracy Reiner, who spoke publicly in the days following the tragedy, offering a brief but heartbreaking glimpse into the devastation now facing the family. "I came from the greatest family ever," Tracy told NBC News, her voice heavy with emotion. "I don't know what to say. I'm in shock." Her words, simple yet profound, captured the disbelief shared by many who have long admired Reiner not only for his storied career but for the warmth and loyalty he showed to his loved ones throughout his life. A family thrown into mourning. Rob Reiner, one of Hollywood's most celebrated directors, and Michele Singer Reiner, an accomplished photographer and advocate in her own right, were found dead inside their home on December 14. Los Angeles Police Department officials confirmed that officers responded to a death investigation at the residence shortly before 4 p.m. local time. According to police, 2 deceased individuals were discovered at the scene. The Robbery Homicide Division was immediately assigned to the case, which authorities described as an ongoing investigation into an apparent homicide. The Robbery Homicide Division responded to the residence, which has been identified as the home of Rob Reiner, LAPD officials said in a statement. At this time, no further details are available as this is an ongoing RHD investigation. Deputy Police Chief Alan Hamilton later told reporters that the investigation would continue into the evening and that, as of that time, no suspects had been identified. He also confirmed that multiple family members would be interviewed as part of the inquiry. For the Reiner family, the shock of losing 2 loved ones simultaneously has been compounded by the uncertainty surrounding the circumstances of their deaths. Tracy Reiner, whom Rob adopted during his marriage to the late Penny Marshall, has largely kept a low public profile throughout her career, despite her deep roots in Hollywood royalty. The daughter of Marshall and actor-director Rob Reiner, Tracy grew up surrounded by some of the most influential creative minds in entertainment. Her brief statement to NBC News marked one of the first public reactions from the immediate family. "I came from the greatest family ever," she said on December 14. "I don't know what to say. I'm in shock." The words echoed again the following day, underscoring how raw and overwhelming the loss remains. Tracy's relationship with her father was widely known to be close and loving. Friends of the family have long described the Reiners as tightly knit, with Rob often emphasizing family as the cornerstone of his life, even amid the pressures of Hollywood. A statement from the family. In a statement shared with Variety, family members close to Rob and Michele confirmed the deaths and asked for privacy as they mourn. "We are heartbroken by this sudden loss, and we ask for privacy during this unbelievably difficult time," the statement read. Rob and Michele shared 3 children together, Jake Reiner, Nick Reiner, and Romy Reiner, each of whom has pursued creative or professional paths influenced by their parents' passion for storytelling, advocacy, and the arts. The family has not released additional details regarding funeral arrangements or memorial plans. Law enforcement investigation continues. As the entertainment world reacts with disbelief, law enforcement officials have remained cautious in their public statements, stressing that the investigation is ongoing. Deputy Police Chief Hamilton told reporters that police had not ruled anything out and that detectives were working methodically to piece together the events leading up to the deaths. E! News confirmed that it reached out to local law enforcement for further comment but had not yet received a response. Authorities have not disclosed whether there were signs of forced entry, a possible motive, or a timeline of events, fueling widespread speculation while leaving many questions unanswered. A career that defined generations. Rob Reiner's influence on American cinema is difficult to overstate. Over several decades, he directed some of the most beloved and enduring films in Hollywood history, each leaving an indelible mark on popular culture. His directing credits include classics such as The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men, Stand By Me, and This Is Spinal Tap. Each film showcased Reiner's remarkable ability to balance humor, heart, and humanity, often blending sharp wit with deep emotional resonance. In 2025, Reiner returned to one of his most iconic projects with Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, a sequel eagerly anticipated by fans of the original mockumentary. Beyond directing, Reiner enjoyed a prolific acting career. He first rose to fame portraying Michael, Meathead, Stivic on the groundbreaking television series All in the Family, a role that cemented his place in television history. Over the years, he appeared in countless film and television projects, including New Girl, The Wolf of Wall Street, and episodes of The Bear's fourth season, which aired in 2025. Michele Singer Reiner's life and legacy. While Rob Reiner often stood in the spotlight, Michele Singer Reiner carved out her own meaningful legacy. A respected photographer, she was known for her artistic eye and her commitment to social causes. Friends and colleagues have described Michele as deeply compassionate, intellectually curious, and fiercely dedicated to her family. She frequently collaborated with charitable organizations and supported causes aligned with social justice, education, and the arts. Those who knew the couple say their partnership was rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and an enduring sense of humor. Advocacy beyond Hollywood. In addition to his creative work, Rob Reiner was widely recognized for his advocacy and political engagement. He co-founded the American Foundation for Equal Rights, which played a key role in the legal battle that ultimately overturned California's Proposition 8, restoring marriage equality in the state. Reiner also chaired the campaign for the California Children and Families Initiative, a landmark effort that created early childhood development programs funded by a tax on tobacco products. These initiatives reflected Reiner's belief that storytelling and activism were deeply interconnected, and that public figures had a responsibility to use their platforms for positive change. Tributes pour in. Following news of the deaths, tributes began pouring in from across the entertainment industry. Actors, directors, and fellow advocates shared memories of Reiner's mentorship, generosity, and unwavering principles. Many credited him with shaping their careers, while others emphasized his kindness off-camera. "He changed the way we tell stories," one filmmaker wrote. But more importantly, he changed the way people believed stories could change the world. A daughter's grief. For Tracy Reiner, the public recognition of her father's legacy offers little comfort in the face of such personal loss. Her brief statement conveyed the depth of her grief more powerfully than any lengthy tribute could. Friends close to the family say Tracy had spent time with her father shortly before his death, making the loss feel even more unreal. "She adored him," one family acquaintance said. "They all did. This has shaken them to their core." Remembering a life, seeking answers. As the investigation continues, the Reiner family faces the dual burden of mourning and waiting, hoping for clarity, accountability, and eventually, peace. For fans around the world, Rob Reiner will forever be remembered for the stories he brought to life, the laughter and tears he inspired, and the principles he stood for. For those who loved him most, he will be remembered simply as a father, husband, and family man. "I came from the greatest family ever," Tracy Reiner said. In the days ahead, those words may come to define not only her grief, but the legacy of